Hello fellas, how you doing? I was inspired last night. I was watching an interview, and I've watched the film, and I'm sure you guys have heard of it because it stood out. It's captured the public's attention, and it's The Wolf of Wall Street. And I was fascinated by this man, absolutely, completely fascinated, completely inspired. And when I'm quite interested in someone and I find I can get some value from them, I'll spend some time watching them. So I watched about 3 hours, and there was something that he said that really stood out to me. And not to be a bit egotistical, it really reminded of myself and through what I teach, with my whole authenticity being natural. And he talked about closing the deal. So in today's video, I really want to talk to you guys and explain. I want to give you loads of value, loads of tips, loads of techniques and mindset, and explain to you how to close the deal. So I'm talking about getting phone numbers, meeting women, and not in the PUA sense. So when I'm using the word closing, that was in sales. If you originate that term back, or the mystery method and a lot of the PUA stuff, it just took certain names from business and it used them in their modules. So, right, first thing I want to talk about is what he said, and it really stood out to me, and it made me go, yes, that's right, that's what I do, and this is where guys go wrong. He said, closing, first of all, is a mindset. Now, I want to talk to you about the mindset and explain what I teach and how I get success with women. The first mindset is you need to be closing the right people. So I'm going to reference that, and I'm going to stress PUA a little bit because you guys understand where I'm coming from. With pickup, what pickup teaches, the frameworks, the philosophies, is that you need to have a method that makes you liked by everyone. So you should be closing every girl. Well, there's a problem with this, and it's wrong. And if the guy from Wolf of Wall Street says it, Jordan, I'll quote his second name, you guys will probably know it. If he says it's wrong, and he's a very successful man, made millions of pounds, I know he's done some bad things, he apologised for that, he made some mistakes, but I fully agree with him on it. The reason why it's the wrong mindset to have that you should close everyone, one is because you can't. There's no man alive on this earth that can get every single woman and get her phone number and get her into bed. It just doesn't exist. Anyone who says they do, obviously it's marketing gone too far, a lot of that American stuff. That's my point stressed. So, first mindset is you shouldn't be thinking about, I've got to close every single girl. So already that's going to reduce some of your anxiety, that's going to take the pressure off, and already, in my opinion, that's going to make you a lot more natural because your mindset is, I'm going out to be sociable, I want to meet the right woman, and I don't have to get on with everyone, I don't have to close everyone. Just the same way a woman doesn't have to accept every man, women are going to reject some men. It's not personal, it's just because the man is not right for them in that particular moment, a certain stage in their life. So that's the first mindset I want to give, and this is something that I really learned, and I didn't learn it from PUA. PUA taught me the opposite. It gave me a lot of fear. It gave me this very aggressive style of talking to women that I have to get the number. If I don't get the number, I'm a failure, there's something wrong with me. When I dropped that and did what I was kind of already doing when I was a young boy in school or out meeting friends, just going up and saying to them, I think you're nice, I think you're interesting, you're attractive, want to come for a drink? And if the girls like me and they're interested in me, they go, yes, great, that's a match, that's a good close. I've qualified her, as they say in the pickup mystery, just kidding. If she wasn't interested in me, it was like, no, she's not interested in me, she has a boyfriend, she doesn't find me attractive, no problem, life goes on. So, the guy from the Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan, keep forgetting his surname by the way, so you guys will quote me, he said that what you want to do is when you're closing a deal in business, or meeting people in general, which is completely the same principles in attraction, you want to be figuring out very fast, is this person right for me? It's, for example, in business, if you've got a product and you really believe in your product and you know it can help people, but you just want to sell it for the sake of making loads of money and you don't really care about adding value to people's lives, helping people, you just want to screw people over. He was like, you can do that, but in the long run, you're going to suffer for it. You're not going to feel good about it, your self-esteem. So, the same principle is involved when you're going out. If you have a conversation with a woman and you really feel it goes well, you've got the chemistry, you need to be hard closing her because she likes you, you like her, you're a man, and you should be pushing for the close, right? Hence the close. But if you're having a conversation, you can really feel that she's attractive, but I just don't feel the chemistry. I just don't feel, she's not a bad person. We just don't have the same values, the same interests. You should not be closing the deal. You should be saying, have a nice day, it was nice to meet you. May the next man, good luck to him, move on. So that's the mindset I use and I teach, and that's why I am successful at this, because I don't try and close every single woman I meet. In the process of going out and meeting women, the ones I don't close, I just enjoy the process, hence enjoy the process. I just have fun, I give compliments, I get my state up, I build my social muscle. So I'm adding value to whoever I speak to because are not in that phase of trying to close. And what the guy from Wolf of Wall Street said, when you're trying to close everyone, you're very needy. You can't be yourself, you can't be authentic. And another thing he spoke about, which was in line in closing, that fascinated me, and it gets mocked in PUA. Some other coaches have said they don't believe in it, and I've always disagreed. States, and I've always said it from my videos, I learned this, and when I first went out, I was an idiot. I didn't know about all this stuff. He said state is so important. He said your emotional state, the ability to have the right emotions at the right time to make a decision, to close, to really be a good closer and a good salesman, is to have a good emotional state. So I always look at it like this, what he said. If you're coming from the right place, if you're offering truth, if you're believing in what you're doing, if you're not using trickery, if you're not ripping people off, if you're not trying to sell a product that's going to damage people, you really know it's going to help people, you're going to be in a good state. That's why when I'm out doing these videos, you guys can see how passionate I am, that I love doing this. This is my life. This is something I'm passionate about. I can't fake that. If I try to fake that, you would see it. So it's really about finding the people that are right for you, closing the deal with the right people. You're going to add value in their life. They're going to add value in your life, right? Last thing I'm going to talk about, the final thing, is what he spoke about, and hence again the word was qualification. But he wasn't talking about it in the sense like the mystery method where you're qualifying with cheesy lines and you're trying to use lines that give the illusion that you're an alpha man or you're a strong man. He's actually saying honesty. He's saying stuff like, you know, if someone just doesn't have the same ethics as you, it's not going to work out. So for example, if you're talking to a girl and you hate smoking, and you hate, you know, for example, a girl that's swearing and goes out and gets drunk, you really don't like that. And she mentions she's smoking as you're talking to her, and she says she went out, she got drunk, you know, I don't know, she's had sex with loads of guys, and you don't want a girlfriend like that. Why are you going to want to close someone like that? Just to prove to your friends or prove to PUA that you're a good seduction artist. In fact, you're a terrible seduction artist. You're someone that is needy, you're desperate, rather than a man of value who actually knows what he wants, says, you know what, you're a nice girl, but you're not right for me. I don't want a girl who smokes. And that is exactly the way the world runs. And that's how we do things naturally. So everything he spoke about was already what I knew already, and I did. He just reminded me of it, and he just broke down the principles and the mindsets. And that's exactly what I wanted to share with you guys today. So my tip is, when you go out, stop trying to close every woman. Only close the ones that you have chemistry with. I will add to another thing, because some guys will say, well, Johnny, shouldn't I be in the habit of closing because I'm a beginner? Well, you can still be in the habit of closing. If you follow these principles and mindsets, you're only going to close people that you have chemistry with and that you get along with. If you have chemistry and you ask for the number, she says no, it's completely fine, because you're acting from a place of authenticity, truth, and you're going for someone that you have chemistry with. You stick at it, you fucking put the work in, you practice every single day like I did, and you will start, your closes will get better, because the mindset will give you the behavior, therefore you'll come up with all the lines and stuff like that. So I hope that helps, and if you want to get more information, check out The Wolf of Wall Street, go onto YouTube, type it in, watch his interviews. I think the man's got some amazing mindsets. I know he's done some things wrong. I don't like the idea of ripping people off. He is sorry for it. Apparently he's paying the money back. But I just found it a really, really fascinating film. I found him a fascinating character, and I've seen the same principles and characteristics in other men that are successful, hence why these type of men are usually successful with women, because they understand the psychology of human beings. So I hope that helps. Like and subscribe, enjoy the process, stay natural, stay honest, stay authentic, and don't try to close every deal, but close the ones you like. Enjoy the process.